What's up, guys? This is Matt, and that is Dan, and you are watching episode 8 of Game Punch Live. Today is October 30th,
Yes.
one day before Halloween, before the tricks and the treats happen with the kids, and maybe the adults too. We've got a special episode today because there was a few bits of news that happened this week, but more importantly to us, BlizzCon is happening next weekend.
That's right.
And we're super pumped. I'm not going to be home all day Saturday, so I'm not going to get to see most of the coolest stuff. But Dan bought the virtual ticket because Dan's super excited. Dan's having a big BlizzCon
Blowout, man.
viewing party with a bunch of our Illinois crew is going to be up there.
That's right.
I'm
In our
watching
Ohio
that.
crew.
Yeah, the Ohio crew too. So the northern branch of Nerd Punch is going to be up there watching the festivities.
We're 800 employees strong. The northern facility.
Our northern territory of Nerd Punch. So yeah, so we're super excited. I can't wait to catch up on it. Dan can't wait to watch it. So we thought we'd go through some predictions, some conspiracy theories on some of the stuff that has been floating around the internet, and just some things we hope to see.
Beforehand, let me let everybody know that the main ceremony, the opening ceremony for BlizzCon, is always free. You can watch it online at blizzcon.com. So it starts at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So that'd be 1 my time central, 2 Matt's time. That is free. Anyone can watch that. Plus all of the competitions. So the Overwatch World Cup, the World of Warcraft Arena World Championship, the StarCraft 2 Global Finals, and the Hearthstone World Championship.
But wait, you said 11, what day? Friday or Saturday?
I'm sorry, the 4th of November. 4th of November, 11 a.m.
Friday.
Starts Blizzard. Yes, it's Friday. So all of the competitions are free to watch. And the opening ceremony is free to watch.
So that sucks though, because I work at home, 100% work at home. So I was thinking my productivity on that day is going to be shot because I'm going to watch BlizzCon all day. But that's the day that Doctor Strange opens, and I'm gonna take a long lunch and go see Doctor Strange. So
nice.
You will have to catch me up. I'm going to depend on you next weekend because I'm gonna miss so much of it. You are going to have to keep me up to date.
That's fun. So yeah, if you get a chance, please watch the competitions. They're always super fun. I always watch the StarCraft competition because it's just when you watch the best players play, it's just really great to see. Hearthstone, I don't watch too much. The WoW Arena, but I've watched a lot of the Overwatch stuff. Now, tomorrow, the 31st, there's still the Overwatch World Cup exhibition matches that are still going on. They're breaking down the teams for the final 8 for BlizzCon. You can watch that for free over at blizzcon.com if you like Overwatch. It is super fun. It is really good. I've been watching a lot of it this weekend. So it's kind of like a preamp to BlizzCon. All that's playing over on BlizzCon. So there you go.
Sweet. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of Blizzard stuff to watch this week.
So true. All right, Matt, where are we going to start? What do you want to do?
So I'm the Blizzard fan, but you're the Blizzard expert. So tell us, do you have predictions? Do you want to go game by game? Are they even going to announce something for every single game?
Most likely, yes.
I mean, like, okay, so let me ask you this then, to start off. What would there be to announce for World of Warcraft? Because we just got Legion. We just got, more than that, we just got 7.1.
Right.
So, and which is pretty fantastic so far. We love Legion. It's all really new. So what could they possibly give us relating to WoW at BlizzCon?
Most likely during the opening ceremonies, you will hear about the Karazhan 7.1 patch, but most likely you will also hear about the next incoming patch early that will be coming out.
Just like a preview maybe of...
Yep.
Okay.
It'll be more world quests, more Suramar opening, and probably a little trailer of what 7.2 will bring to the game. So that will be World of Warcraft. That's everything that'll be WoW. So just because they've just had Karazhan come out, Legion just hit, so there's not much to talk about there.
Okay.
You jump from there, you'll go to StarCraft, which they're not announcing much, but my guess will be that they will announce probably more of the co-op and expansion pack, or the little what are they, the ops packs or something like that, the little missions that they offer. But they have a co-op system, and they also have these operation packs that have the different generals that you can pick, who you can level up, who has specialties in each of the different types of machines or units in StarCraft that you can use in all these different games, and they level up and all these other things. That will be something that we'll probably announce for StarCraft. There's not going to be a ton of it.
Wasn't there something? What was the news with StarCraft recently about the Korean tournament scene for StarCraft not being as big as it once was?
I don't know. I didn't see anything about that.
There was something about. I don't know if it. I don't think it got shut down, but there was something about the Korean tournament scene in StarCraft 2 was. I don't know, something was happening to it. It sounded like kind of a big deal.
Well, it seems like there's a lot more. There's an American and a Polish player, I think, or maybe Swedish player that are in the tournament. It's not like straight across 8 Korean players that are playing in the StarCraft 2 tournament anymore. There's actually diversity, and these guys are really good against the Korean players. They've gone overseas and played against the Korean players and things like that, so there'll be more diversity in the players in the tournament. So if you're interested in that, the StarCraft 2 tournament is always super fun to watch, so if you get a chance, watch it. But on the front for news for it, there's nothing really there.
Here it is. World's longest running esports league is ending operations. The king of the Korean StarCraft scene is no more. According to the post that the Korean esports made on Facebook, the StarCraft Pro League will be shutting down. Pro League was formed in 2003 as one of the first organized professional gaming groups in the world. Despite the years of service, KESPA chairman, that gentleman, says that recent troubles within and without Pro League have forced its closure. Okay, so that was it. This is on denofgeek.com is what we're looking at.
So issues inside and out, causing problems. But StarCraft's still huge in Korea, so it's not going to disappear from there.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Right. But there's also other games that are taking the time over there. Like we have Korean teams and Chinese teams that are in Hearthstone and in Overwatch. Yeah. So there's other games that compete with StarCraft 2 now, so StarCraft kind of takes a bump. It's been the longest running, but now there's some more fun games for people to try. So you have your WoW, you have your StarCraft. We'll roll into Hearthstone. With Hearthstone, they've already announced the new expansion that's going to hit, I think it's December. I do not know the name of it, but they've already announced it. It will come out. Most likely they will come out on stage, and then we'll talk about the cards that will be available for it. They will discuss the type of adventure it is, and just go over the overall of what the meta is going to change and how things are, what cards will be available per class and things like that. Again, you'll also be able to watch the Hearthstone tournament. It's already been broken down into its top 8 or 10 players that will be playing in the World Championships as well, if you're really into Hearthstone. I am not.
Yeah,
I get on spurts where I like it and I have fun with it. It's a big time strategy game. It's super cool, but watching it's a little hard for me.
I can't get into watching Twitch streamers play Hearthstone. I'm not into it that much either. Probably because I am phenomenally bad at it. I've said it a million times throughout our streams and videos. I don't know why. I am really, really bad at Hearthstone. I can't even beat the AI when I play it on my iPad, just regular. I can't even do that, and it's frustrating because Hearthstone, I love the concept. I love the fact that I can play it on my PC, I can play it on my iPad and just tap a few things. And those aren't quick games either. Those games can last a while. And I really like the idea behind it. I like the idea of building. I don't have anybody locally to physically play like Magic or whatever with, so I like the idea of building virtual decks and playing on my iPad when I'm just doing whatever or playing against you guys, but I'm just so bad at it that it's really frustrating. And I don't know why. I freely admit it.
It's just like Magic. I enjoy it, and I'm pretty good. I can win a lot of games in the open play. I don't play a lot in the competition league or anything like that. I don't know how well I do. But I enjoy it. I have a good time. When I'm into it, and I'll play a lot of it. When I'm not, it just completely fades out. I'm just kind of whatever. No big deal. We'll let that subside.
I want to like it. I'm not speaking disparagingly of it at all. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just not. I'm not super into it, but I really like it, and I'm interested in Gwent. The card game spinoff from Witcher.
Yeah.
Not that that's. I know it's not Blizzard, but another card game
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm
Exactly.
interested in it.
No, that's interesting. Yeah, they have that a cool card game coming out from those guys too, which will be interesting to see. So we've got Hearthstone. We can look at the new expansion stuff. We've got StarCraft, probably some new generals and some new co-op missions, things like that. WoW, probably the next patch will be discussed and go from there.
Which is going to be like probably a really early look.
Probably,
Like
yes.
early.
Right, really, really early. Well, not really. I mean, they're usually pretty good about getting their patches out pretty quickly. They announced the first patch before the game was released, so I can see them go ahead and talking about this. And they said they planned on dumping a lot of content in quicker than they have.
What do you think would be in another patch? Maybe more raids.
Well, yeah, they'll
dungeons?
continue the storyline of Suramar and the Nightfallen, where you'll finally open up the Nighthold raid. You'll get more world quests, probably more tweaks to classes. You will get probably not many. Maybe they'll try to bring out another dungeon. Who knows? They've already got 11 in the game. But yeah, that'll probably be about it. Just the continuation of the storyline.
Which I hope they do bring more dungeons, because those are some of the most. Those dungeons in Legion are some of the most fun.
Well, they've already got 11
have ever been in WoW.
Ever been in WoW.
Or ever will be.
Right. So they'll announce stuff. They've already planned ahead. Let's go to not finally, but next Overwatch, which is super awesome. You will have the very first Overwatch tournament at BlizzCon, and they're going by countries, which is really cool. You have France, Germany, United States, Sweden, Finland, Singapore, Thailand, China, Korea. That are all playing out right now, which I thought was weird. It's not like you see some of these guys like Cloud9 playing blah blah blah, playing so and so. This is actually like country versus country, which I thought
is really cool. And you know what that's like?
What?
You know what that's like, right?
The Olympics.
It's like G Gundam.
No, that's nothing. No, nothing's like G.
It's like G Gundam, where you have Japan against the United States, against Mexico, against Canada, against Germany, against.
If you want to watch the worst anime ever, watch G Gundam.
G Gundam's fantastic. I love it.
It's terrible.
But yeah, it's so cool. So country versus country instead of team versus team
setup. Most of these teams too have been like some of them are pros or people who put content out, and some of them aren't. They just found the best in their country to play together, and they set up their teams and went about doing what they do. And it's pretty cool. I've watched a lot of the competition this weekend. Finish watching it out probably tomorrow. They have been good competition. Some teams are pretty weak and got bumped fast, and some are really good. But I don't know. I felt like watching it that anybody can really jump in and play this. It doesn't seem like it's that difficult. I mean, the game is difficult. And it takes some strategy and things like that. But I feel like there was people. If we had our good players together, I think we could have had some competitions at least with some of these guys. So yeah, it was really cool. It'll be a fun competition. I think everybody will like it. The one thing I can see coming from Overwatch is probably some announcements of PvE content.
Oh God, yes, let's talk about that, please. Oh my gosh, that would be.
I hope.
So we have been playing a little bit the Halloween brawl.
Yeah.
In Overwatch, which is basically kind of like a Dungeon Defenders, Orcs Must Die kind of thing, where you're defending a door and you have hordes of enemies coming at you. It's very fun. It's very limited, so there's only just the one map. You basically just stay in one spot and defend a door. But it's really cool to work as a team in Overwatch, but it not being a shooter.
Right.
Just your run-of-the-mill. Not that Overwatch is your run-of-the-mill shooter anyway, but it's cool that it's not that it's a little bit different than your run-of-the-mill, Call of Duty, Battlefield, team versus team shooter. Yeah. So we were talking the other night, like it would be fantastic if they added some game modes to Overwatch. Not necessarily, I'm not talking about like a solo campaign, but talking about like objective things where, me and Dan, a couple other of the Nerd Punch crew could get together as a team. And what I would like to see is that same kind of thing as in the Halloween Brawl, but we actually navigate through a map. And maybe we have to take an objective, or maybe we have to do something. I don't know what, but I mean, but make it a little bit more kind of like an arcade shooter. Than
I think I don't think they'd do that. I think they would actually do a horde mode type thing that they're doing now, with what this is, but in a larger way.
Yeah.
Maybe have upgrades and things like that that fall on the map to help you boost stuff, but you mainly stay in one area and you have to fight off hordes and waves of enemies.
That would be cool. I would be down
Which
for
would be
that.
fun. Yeah, which is really fun. I think this was a test bed for it. I really do. They wanted to find a new game mode, and I think they've always wanted to try to implement PvE into Overwatch, and they just didn't know when they were going to do it, because I think Blizzard's usually, they take a long time to bring out a game, and Overwatch hit pretty fast compared to most of their titles. And I think they did that on purpose because of the time lost through Titan. And they brought the game quickly. They set up a mode. They had about 4 or 5 maps with about 20 characters. So now they've got a base game set up. Now they can just iterate on that over and over again. And the main competition will still be, the players going against each other in multiplayer PvP. But I think a PvE thing is something they're definitely wanting to do. And they may announce some of that this BlizzCon. Maybe. And I think this Halloween thing was a really good test bed for them. And the positive vibes they got back from it was really big. So I'm sure they're happy about that.
Plus, they have lore established. They have established lore in a first-person shooter, which is kind of more or less unprecedented.
Yep.
So yeah, I want to see them explore that some more. But don't forget, also, we're probably going to get the reveal. Well, I'm guessing that we're going to get the reveal for Sombra.
Sombra.
Yes.
Jeez, it's Sombra. Okay. Well, they've teased her for like 12 months,
right?
And they haven't
since before the game came out.
And so, most likely, yes, that is the other thing you'll hear about, is probably a new character, maybe 2, but most likely Sombra will be a definite show off at BlizzCon. They will. I that's like a 99% sure. Yes, this is what they're showing for Overwatch.
If they don't, Overwatch fans are gonna flip their collective. You know what?
I think this is how it'll go down. It'll probably start. Warheim will come out and talk. The first person out will probably be StarCraft, because there's not going to be much to talk there. Followed by Hearthstone will come out. Then it'll be World of Warcraft. Then it'll be Overwatch, which will be Sombra, which will be maybe another map, which will be maybe a PvE style thing. And then finally, we will land on the thing that I am most anticipating on, which is Diablo. Now,
so they'll probably come out and say, hey, and Diablo, we're not really doing anything with it. Thanks for coming.
We made it a card game on your iPhone. Like, oh my God, are you serious? You have to grow your own demons and things. It's super awesome. No, this is the 20th anniversary of Diablo. This is the 10th anniversary of BlizzCon. There has been a lot of conspiracy theories and things thrown out there saying, hey, there's something that's going to happen with it. And with the silence of Blizzard makes it even more to the point that something's going to be said. Now, I will definitely tell you that I think the HD version of Diablo and Diablo 2 will be there, and they will be playable. And I think if
Has
we
there
go
been
by
rumblings about that?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's been
about HD versions of 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Wow,
and that's probably going to be indefinite. That will most likely be there. They've been teasing that for a long time now, and they've hired on for that. So, okay. So to start with Diablo, let's start with the conspiracy theories, all right? We're going to start from day one conspiracy theories starting last year. Grab
a snack, folks. We're going to be here a while.
We're going to be here a little bit. So it started last year at last BlizzCon. There was not much said about Diablo at all. Well, actually, this starts probably 5 years earlier. There was a leaked order of how Blizzard wanted to release their games. And on that was Diablo 3 with 2 expansions. Now, my thinking is that those 2 expansions were going to pay for themselves through the auction house that was live at the time when Diablo 3 launched. They made enough, or they were too deep in by the time they got rid of the auction house, so they had to go ahead and give the first expansion out. They did not make the money off of the auction house because it got removed to do the second expansion. That's why we haven't seen a second expansion for the game. That's just my thinking on it. They didn't have the games have to fund themselves, and due to the outpour of hate towards the auction house, they had to remove that. Therefore, it wasn't a monetized game like every other one of Blizzard's games right now. At BlizzCon last year, we were thinking, okay, we'll get an announcement of an expansion. That never happened. Matter of fact, there was only one single panel for Diablo 3 last year at all. So it kind of made a lot of Diablo fans think, okay, Blizzard's kind of stepping away from the title. They're just going to let it ride on what it is now. And it was in good shape because Reaper of Souls made it a great game. and it's a lot of fun, and it's still good, but it does get monotonous after 2,000 hours of playing the game. Um, at last BlizzCon, a community manager had mentioned to someone that wait until next BlizzCon, Diablo fans will be very excited. That was all hearsay. Who knows if that was ever said? Nobody knows. Nobody knows the secret community manager that said this stuff. Well, after BlizzCon, there were a lot of job openings for a new project within the Diablo field. It was all listed on their website for job openings, which I go check all the time, dreaming of the day I can work for Blizzard. Looking for that help desk manager job. Come on, open up. Anyways.
They don't have help desk because their stuff is so quality and perfect. It just, they don't need it.
Everything is perfect. Yeah. They don't even need it. So all these jobs came out, art director, new director for the game, all these different things popped up. So everybody's like, okay, new thing coming out. Well, then there was leaked information about the HD versions of Diablo and Diablo 2. That started all these job positions were open due to the fact they're doing HD versions of the older games. I actually think those games are done, and I actually think those games will be at BlizzCon and playable.
Okay.
What sparked the idea of a Diablo 4 started with the pack that you can order from Blizzard right now if you pay for the virtual ticket. Everyone will receive a crate, kind of like a loot crate, but Blizzard's own little crate. If you go to the show, you get it for free. If you have the virtual ticket, you can buy it for $30. When people receive these, inside was a pack of D&D die. And you got like a D20, a D4, a D10, a D8, whatever. You get the whole full set of the dice you need to play D&D. The D4 on the die was a misprint, and the misprint was it had 2 1s and a 4 on it. So that started the conspiracy theory of D4 11-4, which was the first day of BlizzCon, meaning that an announcement's probably going to be made for D4. Now, the reason I don't mark this away and say it's BS is because a company that is so tight about their quality of what they release.
Hey, let me pause you. Stop you real quick. D Jackson, thank you for the follow on Twitch. We sincerely appreciate it.
Hey man, thanks, brother. Really appreciate it. And have I watched G4? No, I don't know what G4 is.
G4 as in like the channel G4? We used to watch it when it was on.
Yeah, a long time ago. So back to what I was saying. The reason I don't throw away the evidence of the misprinted die is you have a company who is very serious about quality that they release. They make a deal with another company that makes and manufactures these dies, who I'm sure is about quality as well, to release all these die to come out with the misprint on them. The misprint should have you watched Fox? With the misprint on the die, it seems like a pretty big mistake by the dice company and by Blizzard, and there should have been a recall.
Here's the video of it. I don't think I hit it right at the right place, but this was the one that I saw earlier.
Oh yeah, this is Rykor. He's one of the guys I follow on. He's getting there. He's kind of flipping the die, but he's one of the guys I follow on YouTube. Very good D4 player or D3 player. He has a lot of stuff. Anyways, there's a misprint on it, and it's smaller than the other D4 die. I don't know if it'll finally get.
It's smaller than that. Must be significant.
Right. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Anyways, so there was a misprint. That was the first conspiracy theory stuff. Secondly, everybody's like, okay, Gamescom's coming up. We're going to find out. They did a big blowout at Gamescom. They had a big cafe built after the tavern within Diablo. They had a lot of game stations for Diablo. They talked about the 20th anniversary of Diablo, but they didn't say anything. Not a single bit of information about a D4, about HD versions, any of that. Which their quietness and their cover up of it is more palpable than them even just coming out and just saying, guys, we really don't have anything we're saying. It came down to, after this, another article came out on Kotaku for Blizzard about D4 conspiracy theories, and again, a Blizzard employee responded back, said D4 people will be excited, or Diablo fans will be excited about this upcoming BlizzCon. So you have a lot of information coming from different spots, lots of people saying these different things, and then the map comes out, and I'm not going to go back into that. I talked about it last time. But my theory is, yes, there will be a D4. Yes, there will be HD versions of the game. I think the second floor that they don't put any information about on the map will be the inn or the tavern.
Oh yeah, you said I couldn't remember what the deal was with the map, but it's the map of basically the convention floor.
Yeah,
and there's a whole part.
The second floor is not listed at all.
Correct. Okay.
So my thing is, I think the second floor will be a tavern of sorts for Diablo. I think that on that floor will be a lot of bays of computers that have the HD version of Diablo and Diablo 2. And I think those will all be playable on that floor. And I think there will be a tiny trailer, if just a cutscene, of D4 and maybe a quick little walkthrough of, like, say, a barbarian through a total scripted area. And the bay of computers that are on the first floor will allow you to play through that. And I think that'll be it. I think that we're not going to get anything else than that.
Do you... okay, so I think, and I'm not the expert, and I'm not even a Diablo fan, but I think that... I kind of feel like they're going to announce Diablo 4, but I think that they will announce it with a cinematic trailer that they're well known for. But I think that's it. I don't feel like there's going to be playable... Like, I don't think we're going to see gameplay, and I don't feel like it's going to be playable there.
At the Invitational, when they announced Diablo 3, all they had was a trailer, a theatrical trailer that was awesome, and then they also had a quick playthrough of the Barbarian. I think that will be. I think there'll be a quick playthrough in one little section that they'll have built that is set specifically for this that they've worked on the last year to have this taken care of.
Okay, that's why you're the expert and not me.
Right.
Also,
Blizzard likes to hide things within their schedule. So as you see as the schedule now, there's only 3 panels for Diablo total, and only 1 on the main stage. And it kind of made everybody like disappointed. Like, oh, well, great. I'm sorry, there's 4 panels. I apologize. Make that 5. I'm a liar. There's a few more panels than last year. Anyways. That made a lot of people disappointed because most of them were in the panel rooms that are not being talked about on the main stage. But Blizzard does this every year where if they have something specific they want to talk about, they'll have the opening ceremony and then things will change on the schedule for the main stage and for the panel stage. And some of these might be like Hearthstone, what's next? World of Warcraft, what's next? You know, those 2 things can flip because we know kind of what's going to happen with those. And those are kind of steady games we don't need to hear much about. Those 2 panels can flip 2 more Diablo panels if they needed to. They've done this in the past before when they announced Overwatch, when they've announced an expansion or something like that. The schedule is not tentative. It will flip. And they just put placeholders there to kind of hide the fact that these are going to take those spots. So we will see. But if they do announce a D4, I can see a few of these panels flipping over to Diablo to discuss those. And that'll be interesting. There'll be a few more panels towards Diablo. But that's about it. That's the conspiracy theory for Diablo 4 and for what Diablo will bring. But they will most likely close the opening ceremonies with that. And that will be it.
So that's a bold prediction.
Yeah,
and...
I don't think so. I think it's a pretty safe prediction. I don't see that being bold at all.
I'll be interested to see. So what we plan on doing is when does BlizzCon end? Is it Sunday or Monday?
Saturday.
Oh, it's only 2 days?
Yep.
Friday and Saturday?
Yep.
Oh man, so I'm gonna miss the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well I can catch up on Sunday and watch some stuff, but no, it's gonna be over by the time.
Well, you won't be able to watch any of the panels, so unless you buy the virtual ticket.
Well, that's why I didn't buy the virtual ticket because I'm not gonna be here. But I don't know. Well, you can. You'll have to like chat us.
Don't worry, I'm watching plenty of it, and we'll be able to talk about it. We might have to do a show a little late or a little different because there will be people in from out of town at my place.
Right.
So maybe a day later we do the show. Maybe Monday night.
Well, regardless, our next episode of Game Punch Live will be another BlizzCon special.
Yeah, over what was announced.
About
so right.
About what actually happened. How way off the mark Dan was. So that'll be the next episode. But like Dan said, it may be next Sunday, which is when we normally do these, or may have to be a day later. But the next episode of this show will be about what did actually happen.
Correct, Mundo.
And I can't wait to be able to say, see, Dan, I told you, nobody plays Diablo.
Yeah,
they're going to announce, they're going to close the whole thing by saying, Diablo, we're done. You're
Nobody
losing
plays
money on it.
It has sold over 30 million copies. I don't understand where you get this nobody plays Diablo.
Why do you need 30 million copies, Dan? You've got one.
You don't understand video games.
No, I will. You know what, though? I will. I am interested in Diablo 4. I will give it another shot. If and when they announce it and it releases, I'll give it another shot because I want to be interested in it. I just don't.
Yeah, you do.
I just don't. I just can't get my brain around what the point is, really. But
it's super awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited to hear about it. So if that happens, we will. I'll try it out. So cool. So thanks for putting that all together for us. Thanks for breaking that down game by game. Do you think they'll announce any new games?
No.
Okay, no. I didn't think so. Me neither. But we went through all the games that they already have. Just but yeah, I don't think so either. But just put that out there. All right, so that's it for BlizzCon. So we want to talk about, even though this is a BlizzCon special, we still want to talk about the games we've been playing this week. And the first one is a Blizzard game, which is big shocker, World of Warcraft Legion. We've been playing it, although I've kind of been I haven't played it as much lately. I've just been doing world quests. We haven't even really done any new dungeons, I don't think.
Well, we have to wait for you guys to get your gear score up, and you guys haven't been playing.
My gear score is higher than yours.
You don't have half the stuff open I have open. What's your server rep? Oh yeah, have you got to that? No, you haven't.
That's right. So it's less about the gear score, more. I've got to get the rep.
Yes. Well, it's more about you need to get the quest done in Suramar for the Nightfallen.
Okay, so
I'm going to need you to get that done. Stat.
Right. So that's what you've been doing this week. You've been doing the quest line through Suramar, yes, which opens up even more stuff.
Yep, I did that. I've got my paladin some new gear. I got him to 104. He's now a tank. Yeah, that's about all I've done. So it's been fun.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, while you've been doing that, I've been playing more Dishonored, mostly on my lunch hour stream. So if you haven't seen it, I work at home every day, and I take a 1 hour lunch break, and I play Dishonored, and it is still just absolutely. I'm blown away with how awesome this thing is. I can't believe that I didn't play it 4 years ago when it was released. This is not the definitive edition. I don't have the DLCs. This is just the regular Dishonored, but the story is so amazing, and you can choose how you want to play. If I want to just run in and kill the guy that I'm supposed to kill, I can do that, or I can go down a back alley and find a unsavory gentleman who, if I do a favor for him, he'll do the thing for me, and I can render people unconscious and interrogate them, or I can just kill them and do whatever. This isn't the most exciting part of the thing that I've been playing, but it's just, I cannot get my brain around how. I really, really, really like this game a lot. Like, this part was, I had to subdue a guy. I had to capture him and take him back to my thing. By the way, he was at the top of his penthouse, and I actually found a chain that I just went directly to him and knocked him out. But then I had to take him back down through the house because I had to get to Samuel the boatman. And so I had to go through and clear the house out. But I could have gone through here to make my way up to the top to get him, or I just went straight to him. Like I said, there's so many different ways you can play this game, and there's really no right or wrong. If you want to kill everybody, you can. The outcomes of things will be a little bit different. There's not really a rep situation like there was in maybe like Infamous or Fable or something like that. But the way you do things still influences the story a little bit. There are decision trees, and based on how you answer those, you could do one or the other. Based on how you answer those, other trees will open up for you. But this game is absolutely great, and the sequel is coming out November 11th, so I'm probably going to pre-order that because it can only be as good or better. Well, I guess it could be really, really bad. Actually, I may not pre-order because I've been burned on that before, but I'll probably maybe watch a couple streamers play for about an hour or so. I don't want to ruin the story because it is very story heavy. So, but yeah, this is just it's awesome. I love it.
Cool.
I love it. And then last night, in the spirit of Halloween, we played a new game to us, but definitely not a new game to pretty much anybody else who plays games. We finally played Dead by Daylight.
Yes. For
the first time in forever. We have Actually, Dave bought it a while back. The rest of us just got it by a generous donation from the Dan Hooper Foundation.
It's true.
And this game, so I used to watch streamers play it when it first came out and kind of thought it looked pretty cool, but, it's like, that's something that we could play.
Right.
I don't know how, I wasn't as pumped about it as all these people streaming it were. And then we played it last night, and holy crap, I totally get it. I could have played this thing till the sun came up with you guys. We had a party of 5, so we weren't playing with just anybody online. Tim was the killer most of the time. OP tried it out once. And this thing was just, it was scary. See, that's the thing is, like, I didn't think it would be scary,
Right,
but I just thought it would be kind of, but it's scary and it's nerve-wracking and it stresses you out and it raises your blood pressure. And,
I wasn't scared. I don't know about you. I was perfectly fine through the whole thing.
I don't think that's true.
Actually, yes, it is very good. The atmosphere is really cool. It's just, it's nerve-wracking is mainly what it is. Or it's while you're hiding, you're hoping, I'm on hope that they don't find you. Or you're hoping that you don't make the generator explode while you're working on it. Or that you
Which I did all the time. I'm horrifically bad at the generators.
You hope you don't hear the heartbeat of the bad guy coming near you. You don't want to hear any of that. You want to just...
He just got me right there too. So that I saw that's what's crazy is I remember that part. I was running. I saw him out of the corner of my eye, and it freaked me out. I lost all rational thought, and all I could think of was run, and he got me anyway.
All right.
Oh man, this game, it's even better. Like I said, when I watched streamers play it, it looked fun. But this was even better than playing it than I thought it would be. It's fantastic.
Nope, it's really good. It's impressive. I was impressed. Although I do still love Dead Realms. I know you guys don't like it as much, but I think Dead Realms is fun.
No. I like Dead Realm just fine. I don't think because Dead Realm, if you guys have been hanging out with us for a while, like you've probably seen us play it. We played it last Halloween. We play it when we're in the mood for something scary. That was kind of our go-to scary game.
Yep.
Because it was one of the only ones that we could find that. That was the end of that. It's one of the only ones we could find that was, multiplayer that would let us all play together. And I still like it, but this is better.
Yeah,
I think Dead by Daylight's better than Dead Realm, although Dead Realm is still fun.
They're both good games, but yes, this graphically looks better. So,
and I think we're going to be streaming it definitely tomorrow because it's Halloween.
Yeah.
So we're going to play it and stream it tomorrow night for sure. So more to come on that. Dead by Daylight, fantastic. And that's it. Did you play anything else? Did you play Civ 6 yet?
No, not yet. I'll play some this upcoming week.
You bought it though.
See, man, World of Warcraft just takes up all my time.
I know, right?
Right? That game eats up everything, and I want to be back in it, playing it again.
Did you play it today?
World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember last night you said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to play Civ 6 tomorrow."
Right. That's what I had said. Then I played World of Warcraft.
That's what I don't like about WoW though, and it's my fault. But I don't like it that it takes time away from all the other 300 and something games in my Steam library and all the other console games.
Be a problem. That should. If you're enjoying what you're playing, then you're having fun. Whether it's playing a different game or you're playing World of Warcraft, if you're having a good time, then you're having a good time.
I guess, but I feel like I have to play it.
No, you don't have to.
You just said I have to get my Suramar rep up.
Yes, you have to play it, but you don't have to play it. But if you don't...
if you ever want to do anything good in the game, you need to do it, but don't feel pressured.
If you want to be our tank, go right ahead and stay in the game. But if you don't want to be a tank and be part of our group, we'll kick you out right now.
Let's see.
Anyway.
Stupid WoW. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We do this show every Sunday night around 10 o'clock Eastern. Like I said, next week might be Monday, but just stay tuned for Twitter for updates on that. Speaking of, you can follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Beam. I think that's it. All of those / nerdpunch.
You can follow us on the internet.
Yeah, the internet's a thing. All those / nerdpunch. Nerdpunch.com is our website, and nerdpunch@gmail.com is our email address if you want to send us emails about what to play, what to talk about, questions about how Diablo 4 isn't really as good as Dan says it is.
If you want to send in messages telling Matt he's wrong, we get a lot of those all the time. It's kind of
yeah, that's why I set up a filter to just delete them.
Right.
Yeah. But that's it, guys. So we're gonna go. I don't know what we're gonna do, but thanks for watching, and we will see you guys on our next stream. Thanks a lot.
See you later. Bye.